Cultural practices, or maintenance of soil and turf, are an important and necessary function of golf courses in order to maintain and promote healthy and manageable turf, which means better playing conditions and consistent greens. In order to have a smooth roll 95% of the year, there are certain cultural practices that must be done 5% of the year. Greens can develop inconsistencies if soils, thatch, and root zone development are not managed properly through routine cultural practices. One of the most important cultural practices is the process of aerification, which relieves soil compaction. During the aerification process, mechanical tines create small holes in the turf, improving oxygen availability in the root zone. The influx of oxygen and release of carbon dioxide stimulates plant growth and aids in developing a stronger, healthier root zone. Turf density is also increased, meaning there are more plants per square foot, which vastly improves putting quality. The benefits of aerification include a consistent, smooth playing surface and greatly improved soil profile, allowing for a resilient, healthy plant throughout the year. Harold's visited Timber Pines Country Club in Spring Hill, Florida, to discuss aerification and other cultural practices with Superintendent Robert Weimer.
So we're at 85,000 rounds, which is a great amount of rounds compared to what we were probably 6-7 years ago. So the aerification aspect is greatly impeded. We aerify quite often here, and we aerify everything wall to wall. I try to do as best cultural practices as I possibly can, which includes verticutting at least every other week on my champion greens. I try my best to keep the thatch at a reasonable, possible, manageable height. I have a schedule from January 1st to December 31st, but that schedule changes more than 365 days a year. And it's actually funny. The only thing that doesn't change are my big dates, my aerification dates. Our aerification will get done 3 times a year. And that's at least our tees and greens. Our fairways, roughs, and any high compact areas, in and outs in certain fairways or around the tees, they'll get done at least twice a year. And we do those as much as we possibly can during a weekly basis. Before we ever aerify any greens, we double and sometimes triple verticut our greens to get the thatch out. Then we pull the cores with our core harvester, and then we top dress, roll, brush it in. We want to be playable 2 weeks after we aerify any of the golf courses, especially on the greens. As soon as our walk aerifiers get off, our 648s, we put them straight on the tees. We straight do our tees at a 1.5 inch setting, 4 inches deep. Our 2 fairway aerifiers go first thing Monday morning as well, and they go as far as they possibly can, which for the week that the one golf course will be closed, basically they can get anywhere between 6 and 8 fairways done. And as far as our roughs go, we just use our airway aerifier, the roll type aerifier, except for along our cart paths where we used our soil reliever and did 5 rows on each side of any playable or drivable turf where it gets so much compaction, and we go 10 inches deep with those. And basically we try to get it done by Wednesday, and Thursday and Friday are clean up and set up for Saturday's opening. Every bit of how good that we stay 100% grass on all our greens is attributed to all the cultural practices that we do throughout the summer months. We want the same things that anybody else wants. We want the best playing conditions possible. But to do that, we literally need to do these cultural practices. I mean, it's the bottom line. It's the future, and it'll stay that way for years to come.